Good day, and today we're going to talk a little bit about newspaper writing, and specifically how to write a tabloid article, and especially how to write that clickbaity type of title. So for the headline to be successful and eye-catching, the tabloid headline should contain some of these elements. You should have a very short, snappy phrase. The headline should not be long. You might want to have puns or plays on words. Very particularly, you want to have some humor in the background. But you also want an element of intrigue. You want to give just enough information to people to understand what it is you're about to write, but you want to leave them wanting more. So then we're going to look at some examples of tabloid headlines, and we want to think about what techniques the writer has used to grab your attention, and then perhaps guess what the article is actually about. For example, tsunami airlift. So let's look at the techniques that are being used, and let's guess at what this article is about. So we can see we probably have a different pun on the words air, with the air being the H-E-I-R word, and we probably would usually see the word airlift, A-I-R, being put together. So what this actual example of a tabloid article was about Princes William and Harry helping out with aid relief to Asia. Our next title of a tabloid article would be "We Wept for Wave Orphans." Again, what are the techniques being used, and what is this article about? So we have an alliteration here with that repeating W sound. We wept and wave. And what this article was on was the royal family expressing their grief over the tsunami disaster. Next article title, it's "Some Kind of Miracle." Again, look at the techniques being used and guess at what this article is about. Well, the word "tum" sounds like the word "some," so you would have read it in your mind saying it's some kind of miracle. However, this doesn't give away much information about what the miracle could possibly be. So what this article actually about was a woman with an artificial stomach gives birth to the baby that doctors said she would never have, so she had a miracle birth. And another example of a tabloid headline, "Downloads go uploads." So we have this contrast of down and up. It probably actually creates a type of humor, but it could also be about a number of different things. We do have this vague kind of idea as to what the article is about. We could probably understand the word downloads, and then when you say it's going up, so there's apparently a lot of downloads happening, and loads would be another word for there's lots of them. Downloads go up a lot. So this article actually is about music sales on the internet that were rising above actual CD sales for the first time. So when we look at tabloid language, let's look at the difference between what you would see in a standard newspaper article and a tabloid article. The differences in the headlines is a standard article is going to give you details. They're probably going to be a bit longer, whereas the tabloid article wants to give you just enough information to make you interested. It's going to be short. The sentences in the articles in a standard newspaper article or a standard blog article is going to be long and complex. Again, they're going to be looking to give details and evidence and information. The tabloid article, on the other hand, is again going short and simple. People who have a tendency to read tabloid articles are looking for a quick get. How long are your article paragraphs? Usually about 3 or 4 sentences in a standard article. Those would actually be considered short. If you look at journals or actual proper essays, you usually see more. But in a tabloid article, again, you're looking for just getting out the information and getting out of the way. You might see some paragraphs with only 1 or 2, perhaps 3 sentences at the most. How much detail is included? With the standard article, they're giving you facts. They give evidence, they give details. But in the tabloid article, you're going to be getting some facts, but you're also going to be getting opinions. You're going to be getting analysis. Now, are you going to understand all of the words? In a standard article, likely. However, they might also include jargon. If you have a good reporter, they are actually going to define the jargon for you, but there could be some more complex verbs, more complex words in the article. In a tabloid article, absolutely not. They want everybody to be able to understand the article, so you're going to have simple vocabulary. So after going through all of the differences, when you ask yourself, well, how long are the sentences? How long are the paragraphs? How much detail? Do you understand all of the words? Then you would ask yourself, is this a tabloid article or a standard article? And lastly, having looked at tabloid article headlines and the techniques that tabloid writers use, you should now understand how tabloids differ from standard news articles. Remember, if you're looking at tabloid headlines, they should contain at least one of the following. It should be a short, snappy phrase, or it should have puns or plays on words. A lot of times they're trying to get a bit of humor out of it. And as always, there should be an element of intrigue. It has that clickbaity kind of intention to make you want to read into the story. Thank you so much for stopping by our channel. If you'd like to learn more about newspaper articles and newspaper writing, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what else I can teach you. And as always, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed.